So there's been a lot of Fan Fridays battles, and there's been a lot of Fan Fridays submissions. I wouldn't put it past if there's like over 10,000 Fan Fridays submissions throughout the history of this channel, but I have never seen a multi-battle submission from the Battle Maison, let alone one that has made it to the 46th battle. People use that feature? There's like people that actually are like, bro, we're gonna go and we're taking on the Battle Maison today. You get your 2 strongest Pokemon and we're going to do it. I can only respect, you guys have to be like the best friends ever, because I don't think I've ever done, maybe once years ago with my friends and stuff. But yeah, like this is awesome. So we're gonna see what happens. The opponent apparently is going to create some kind of ultra multi-battle meta right here. The Battle Maison knows what's up with this Victory Bell Moltres as we go Kangaskhan and Scizor going to protect because Moltres is a mean Pokemon. So Will-O-Wisp, Scizor's going to protect, and then Victory Bell Sludge Bomb will hit Kangaskhan for a lot of damage. Oh my goodness. Okay, that was more than I expected, but that was like non-Mega Kangaskhan, so Kangaskhan's going to Mega, and since it's a multi-battle, I imagine that Scizor can Mega as well. So we're going to watch some shenanigans come through. Like, that's going to be big. Oh, Scizor just with the Bullet Punch onto Moltres. Some damage. I'm trying to figure. Oh, it's Life Orb. Okay, and Kangaskhan's just going to return. It's like, alright, goodbye, Moltres. Oh, I was about to say, I forgot about the second hit from Parental Bond. Alright, goodbye, Moltres. It looks like giving up Kangaskhan for the Moltres right there. Victory Bell's going to start with that Solar Beam, though, and just going to let this turn happen, apparently. I guess seeing that the Scizor is a stronger Pokemon, but the opposing veteran, I think, is fire, and that's going to be bad. So just Bullet Punch the Entei, get some chip damage in there. Not very effective, but maybe it's a Battle Maison, so it could be Focus Sash Entei. But that actually kind of... Wow. Okay, never mind. The Entei's too strong. I was about to say, that doesn't matter because of Parental Bond. So either way, that is going to be the Solar Beam, and Kangaskhan will go down. Life Orb Victory Bell, too strong. But now Entei's alive, and things are about to get really weird. So Flamethrower definitely going to knock out the Scizor, and we're down to our last 2 Pokemon. So it's Goodra, and I wasn't paying attention to the other one. I was too shocked that there was actually a multi-battle in the Battle Maison that's made it to 46 battles. And then Garchomp. All right, Goodra Garchomp, what you gonna do right here? So Garchomp's gonna be pretty good right here. There's an Earthquake. Entei's going down. Victory Bell taking a big hit. We also know that Goodra is a tanky Pokemon, so we'll survive the Earthquake, and it should be able to get something off onto the Victory Bell. Victory Bell, though, has the damage onto Goodra, poisons Goodra as well, and then Goodra will get that revenge. So it looks like it's going to be a 2v1, but not for long, because Goodra did take the Earthquake and poison now, so we'll see how the opponent plays out, what weirdness ends up coming out of this battle. So Goodra taking down off the poison right there. If you're doing that, you might want to protect. You don't need your friend trolling you right now. And then we go into the Feraligatr. Garchomp's got Dragon Claw and just going to go for straight damage onto Feraligatr. Feraligatr's going to survive it, and it has the Dragon Dance. So Dragon Dance Feraligatr is in the Battle Maison, guys. Watch out. And it's going to gain stats. So Goodra has a Power Whip. Power Whip's going to miss. Goodra's going to take some poison. And now Feraligatr's going to outspeed with the Crunch. Crunch going to finish off the Goodra. But we already know that, ooh, this is a really interesting play right here, because Garchomp doesn't want Earthquake to take out the Goodra, but I think it would have been a better option to Earthquake to just give up your buddy right there. It's like, you're going down anyways. Oh my goodness, it's also got a Lychee Berry. And then Feraligatr's going to Waterfall. The +2 Waterfall, is that enough to knock out a Garchomp? Garchomp! Whoa, that's close. Garchomp flinches though. And then the water. Oh no, the rough skin. Garchomp's going to clutch it out with the rough skin. That's so close. What just happened? So that. Whoa. Whoa. That's. Huh. So. Wow. Alright, so, like, I've already discussed win conditions a lot on Fan Fridays, but the way that it plays out is that if you go down to your own Life Orb, like, say you knock out an opponent and then Life Orb knocks you out, you win. Now, if your opponent has like Rough Skin, Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, and then you knock yourself out off of that, that's how you lose. So Feraligatr, having just enough hit points to survive like the first Rough Skin, and then Garchomp, like that wasn't a Focus Sash. That wasn't any kind of item. That was Garchomp getting like the luckiest damage roll ever and surviving at the 1 hit points. If there was like, any other number that came into play right there. Actually, okay guys, we're gonna have some fun. I have to damage calc that. I have to run a damage calculation just to see what could have potentially happened there, because that was too wild. Like, the Lychee Berry into the one-shot Garchomp off that waterfall, and it wasn't sheer force on the Feraligatr because it got the flinch. So, all kinds of weird stuff. So we have Dragon Dance, can't have sheer force. Also, I think that was before the sheer force got released because of when the Battle Maison was programmed. Am I correct in saying that? I don't remember when it came out. So we got Feraligatr over there. We'll throw up a Garchomp over here. It wasn't Scarf because it went Earthquake into stuff. Did we see? No, we had Life Orb on the Scizor already. So I have no idea what item the Garchomp had. Okay, so I've used my ace detective work. Looking at Garchomp's hit points, it actually has 215 hit points, which means max hit point investment, but judging off the damage that we saw from the Dragon Claw, probably going to be something like with the 252 on the attack. Jolly Nature doesn't make sense, maybe, but with the Adamant Nature, it's still kind of close on the damage, so something in between that. I'm guessing the item is a Lumberry, because one, the Battle Maison is full of shenanigans, so it makes the most sense to have a Lumberry, but also we don't see anything else, and there was like no Focus Sash for the clutch survival, so that seems about right. And then, the magical thing about the Feraligatr, what I forgot about for a while is like, we know it's not sheer force because the Garchomp did flinch. So I was looking at the damage, I was like, wait, the Battle Maison is hacking? No! It got so low, and the Lychee Berry procced so perfectly with the Torrent. This is actually why I really like Feraligatr as a Pokemon, because if you have enough survivability to, get a Dragon Dance, take a big enough hit, and then survive really low, you're going to have all kinds of crazy things happen. So this is Torrent, plus the Lychee Berry, plus the Dragon Dance. So that is going to give us enough damage to KO Garchomp about half the time. So yeah, like that was a 50-50 right there survival on the Garchomp, and it needed to survive twice to get enough out of the Rock Skin to save the game right there. I don't know if the Fan Friday submitter ever wanted their battle to be broken down and deconstructed to such a maddening level, because I just spent a good while trying to figure out what's going on right here, and maybe, if it wasn't for investment onto the defense, woo, we still have a lot of damage and stuff right here on the waterfall. Good thing it wasn't running Ice Punch, or else the game would have been over. But then, like, the 20% chance to flinch, that had something to do with it. Garchomp's clutch survival, and then the one, like, it always looks a lot more fancy when you're on the 1 hit points. If Garchomp wasn't a tank set, if it was just a speedy set, absolutely wrecked. So that, guys, okay, that is, wow, the nuttiest multi-battle to ever happen on the Battle Maison. And I guess there's only one way to end such a ridiculous, unbelievable episode. I brought up the official rules just to make sure everything is in check and to show you guys how all of this plays out. So, the player's final Pokemon uses Self-Destruct, Explosion, Destiny Bond, or Final Gambit. Pretty much a self-KO that can also knock out the opponent. The player that used the move loses that game. So if you use Destiny Bond, Explosion, whatever as your final Pokemon, you lose no matter what happens. Now, I remember this change very clearly because back in the 4th generation, I used to play Frostlass with Destiny Bond, and that was a really fun Pokemon back in the day. But in 5th generation, they changed it because a Pokemon defeated by this move will faint before the Pokemon that used Destiny Bond. So that means you use Destiny Bond, and then your opponent faints first, therefore you win. 5th generation changed that. Pokemon defeated by this move will now faint after, which means that if Destiny Bond is used by the last Pokemon player's team, then the opposing player will win. Comment down below how you feel about that, because I feel it should be the other way around. I feel that the 4th generation had it right, that if you use Destiny Bond, you knock out your opponent, and it's your final Pokemon, you should win. But, we'll just see how that goes. And then we have the other rules and whatnot. So, player's final Pokemon using Double Edge, Volt Tackle, Flare Blitz, Head Charge, holding a Life Orb, or any of that happens, the player who used the move wins that game. So, something that we've seen in Fan Fridays and other Pokemon battles in the past. But then we have the ability, or then we have what happened in this battle. If a Pokemon's ability, Rough Skin, Aftermath, Liquid Ooze, Iron Barbs, or a held item such as Rocky Helmet results in each player's final Pokemon fainting. The players whose Pokemon had the ability or item wins the game. Therefore, you have the rough skin, you knock out your opponent from that recoil right there. Then another really interesting one is if both players' final Pokemon faint to weather conditions, such as Hail or Sandstorm, the players whose final Pokemon faints wins the game, includes the effects of Perish Song. Now, it actually goes by the speed, so the fastest Pokemon takes the damage first, and I've actually seen battles where like Trick Room is in play, so technically the slowest Pokemon ends up getting knocked out by that from a Perish Song or Hail or Sandstorm something. So try not to let that backfire on you in those really weird scenarios where both Pokemon faint on the same turn from weather status and stuff. But I think that that's a great way to end Fan Fridays. Just I still don't know what else to say about that. So hope you guys enjoyed Fan Fridays week. Hope you guys enjoyed Fan Fridays. Had a great week. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you on the next one. If you want to be on Fan Fridays, please submit a battle code down below. Yep, that's all I've got to say.